official machines at the back of the grid now, all ready to go by the look of it. The green flag is waved, the revs rise, and they are underway for round number 9 of the 2023 Porsche Cup Benelux season. There's a lot of jostling in the middle of the pack towards the rear end of the field. De Haan has not been able to get the better of Glenn Van Perrie around the first corner, shooting there under pressure by what looks like the number 18 car trying to go around him. It's actually Schuring for Huber Racing trying to make it through there. The orange flashes of Huber Racing, definitely ones that are easier to pick up on our screens, but it was a fantastic start by pole sitter Glenn Van Perrie. He gets the job done with De Haan still right behind him there. Third position still held by Rick Cohen as well in car number 9, then Baguette still in 4th position. So the top 4 holding station. De Haan looking down the inside already into the Kleiner chicane. A little look by Sam de Jong with the 777 as well. 2x2 in the middle of the pack there, looked like car number 75 potentially trying to get himself into a bit of trouble. That's Etienne Plonnet. Everybody keeping it nice and tidy into the Villeneuve chicane. The cars really dive down into the dip there, one way then the other. This half-hour race certainly bursts into life. The change of direction in these cars remarkable, and the snake of Porsches through. And oh, de Jong, well, I said he was having a look down the inside into the Kleiner chicane, and he's having too much of a look on the outside by the look of it. And the marshals have been told that they have to try and get that machine out and get it lifted. But it seems like we may get a safety car procedure here. There's certainly yellow flags waving. I could not see. Yes, there is a safety car board out, unfortunately. And then, yeah, Philip Weiss also not quite with them in that battle. So it's definitely between those two in that championship and in this race. Sasha Norden is the head of the Pro-Ams in the championship as well. Aaron Mason trying to fight with him for that. And Johan Vines as well, or Vignez I should say. So it looks like Sasha Norden's got that one wrapped up too. Green flag racing though resumes here at Zolder, and Glenn Van Perrie leads them down the start-finish straight. And listen to the racket, it sounds fantastic as they all streak their way down the start-finish straight. This beautifully colourful grid. Boy, it looks good, and boy, it sounds good as well. That was the number 36 machine having a good scrap there. That's Populars actually having a fight with Chassang, and that is for the AM class lead in this race. Chassang in the red, white and blue car trying to stick with him. Look at the speed, and whoa, dearie me, De Haan completely sideways through the Lucien Bianchi box for a second there, kicking the back end out. He's already on the flashing lights. He's trying everything he can to unsettle Glenn Van Perrie. So forget what I was saying about him happily sitting in second place. He is chasing him down, and he is going for it hard here, really throwing everything at this race lead with over 21 minutes left to go. Through the Villeneuve chicane they go, through the left, through the right again, as they then go round the long right-hander at Tellermanbocht and over the crest of the hill. They go flying off through the forest. Cohen still in third place as well, trying to hold on to this. As down the inside goes De Haan, a humongous send into the Boulderberg box, and great thinking there by Glenn Van Perrie. Says, I'm not having any of that sunshine, thank you very much. Dives out of the way. Does move a little bit further down. Populars, and then oh, Chassang gets into the car in front of him. I think that was the number 13 machine that he's just hit, which was Vignez Daban in front of him. I think Vignez completely around, unfortunately. Not good at all. Johan Vignez, that would have been from Baporo Motorsport. Well, it looked like Chassang just tried to follow Populars through, and he went into the back of him, but the race lead changes then. De Haan at the front now from Glenn Van Perrie. Third place going the way of Rick Cohen at this moment in time. There's still over 20 minutes left to go in this race. It was, Johan Vignez that was turned around, and he's dropped way down the order. Clumsy stuff, unfortunately, from Chassang. Cedric just saw the gap that was opened up by the driver in front of him there, which was Populars. to get that place back off Viñez. But this lead battle is not done yet. De Haan certainly got ahead in fantastic fashion ahead of Van Perrie, but he's not disappeared over the horizon, has he? We've got 8 tenths of a second separating the top 3. And De Haan is holding a fantastic lead for just a moment by the look of it, as Glenn Van Perrie looking back down the inside. It's definitely not done with this, and I tell you one thing, Rick Cohen is going to be watching this with great anticipation, thinking, you know what, I might be in for a freebie here if these continue this one. Streaking their way around Lucien Bianchi-Bock yet again. Seems like De Haan has got that corner in specific form right now. He's really got it nailed down. Onto the brakes they go, bobbling their way over the curbs. Look at how well the car absorbs them. As a GT car, you don't always want to smack curbs very hard, because it just takes one wrong angle to snap something underneath, whether that be a toe link, whether it just be a shock itself giving way, or even just breaking a spring. But these guys know exactly what they're doing when it comes to those curbs. Good battle going on for 4th place as well, actually, because Baguette trying to hold on there ahead of Dirk Schuiten in 57 car, and then Flint Schuring just behind them as well. Flint driving the number 16 machine, of course, the bright orange colours. The Huber racing car standing out quite a lot. There is Stanley back down the inside again. Mika Stanley. Oh, we've got a car around on the left of shot there, just out of the Boulderberg box. There was somebody else having a spin. Oh, and it seems like we've had another spin as well, actually. I think there was more drama at the back of the field there. I think there was a secondary car, tried to avoid them, and through the Jochen Rinck box, which is the left-right, oh, sorry, yeah, it is the left-right, on the exit of the Boulderberg box, there was another spinner. So I'm not quite sure who that was that went around and joined them, unfortunately. We've got a yellow flag waved at turn 2, and is that a safety car brought? It is. We've got another safety car brought out. That's where all of the issues were. Some of the marshals there were signalling to the red, white and black. There you go, the safety car has made its way away from the field now, and Robert De Haan will lead them round. He's the one that chooses when they go. Safety car is going to have already made its way in by now. It'll have fired itself down towards that final chicane. And round number 9 of the Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux from Zolder will get back underway in just a moment. I've had confirmation as well that all drivers involved in the incident that caused the red flag are okay, so great news to get the race back underway, and out of the final chicane they go, and Robert De Haan emerges over the crest in the lead, and look, already a bit more weaving to get that extra bit of temperature into the tyres. They're so sensitive to it, and these cars are down the inside already. Flint Schuring having a look there on Dirk Schuiten. He wants to get this underway as soon as possible and wants to get right back on with the action and make up places instantly. A little bit more manoeuvrability in the middle of the pack there. Actually, I think Van Eindhoven was under pressure by the look of it in the number 14 machine. There is only 6 minutes of this race to go, so they really have to get on with it now. But speaking of getting on with it, fantastic restart by Robert De Haan. He's opened up a bit of a gap now over Glenn Van Perrie, and Rick Cohen is already under pressure from Bertrand Baguette as well for 3rd position. Look at that hop, skip and a jump over the curb for Robert De Haan. Fantastic stuff. It's great. Again, body language is the key word here. The way these cars move around is absolutely lovely to watch. I think it was the number 3 of Robin Knudsen that's got ahead of Lucas Van Eindhoven as well. They were side by side going through turn 2. But De Haan currently leading this race now, looking very, very good at the front. And it was Knudsen that got past Van Eindhoven. Antonell currently rounding out the top 10 in a gorgeous purple machine. As somebody's hit the tyre stack down there, and the tyres have been replaced. Thanks again to the marshals for their quick response on that. Still a bit of weaving actually by De Haan as he comes down towards the Jackie X-Box into the chicane again. Cohen definitely under pressure for that 3rd position, but then again he's got about 15 drivers all lined up behind him. The top 2, much like they are in the championship, breaking away here at this moment in time. Rick Cohen having a good run, because at the moment he's currently 12th in the championship. His best point score so far this season is 13 points. So this will be not only his best result, but a big haul of points to help him out in the championship standings. Dirk Schuiten now all over the back of Bertrand Baguette as well. Baguette was putting pressure on Cohen not long ago, and now it's the opposite way round. He's gone from being the attacker to the attacked and having to defend. But there is Robert De Haan, race leader for Richardson Racing. Continues to do a wonderful job at the top of the pile, and like I say, in the rookie division as well, he is the man to beat. But all of a sudden, wow, Van Perrie gets a fantastic run out of the Kleiner chicane. He's going to try it around the outside into the Villeneuve chicane. You can't really go 2x2 through there. Goes for one cutback, goes for another, then goes for another. Is he going to get down the inside of the Telemann box? No, he's not, but he is all over the back of De Haan. Oh, he just has to get on the brakes though through Telemann box. He cannot commit as much as De Haan did around there when you're following another car in front. It's so difficult to make that work. Just the tiniest bit of dirty air in a GT car, and it feels like the car is suddenly racing on tyres that are made of stone. Those tyres definitely aren't made of stone. There they are, having their heads kicked in so far this weekend. But it's De Haan and Van Perrie providing great entertainment at the front of the pack for this race lead. Rick Cohen's going to be very happy though that Baguette has now dropped off slightly, and everybody else behind is going to be piling in on him to try and make moves. 3 minutes to go here at Zolder in round 9 of the championship, and we have a fantastic battle for the race lead. Rest of the field all behaving themselves at this moment in time. Looks like De Haan's had a really good final sector though, and a really good first couple of corners, because he's opened up a slight advantage. All of a sudden that battle behind has developed again, because now Schouten has closed up to Baguette again, but he's actually opened up a bit of a gap over the driver behind, car number 16 of Flint Schuring. There is Cohen in third position, car number 9 racing for JW Race Service in this fantastic livery machine. I think that looks wonderful. Really bold and striking livery. The race leader looking a little bit more comfortable on this lap actually is De Haan. He's going to be hoping to maintain that right to the end. Look at the way these cars change direction through the chicane. It's an absolute marvel, isn't it? So fast, one way then the other. Rick Cohen holds on to a podium place for this moment in time. Then it's Bertrand Baguette, Dirk Schouten, Flint Schuring, Sasha Norden, Robin Knutson, Lucas van Eindhoven and Aaron Mason in car number 8, currently rounding out the top 10 positions. He's up there for Revs Motorsport in the Pro-Am category. We've got 1 minute and 45 seconds left on the clock, which means we should just about get 2 laps here. As it crosses the line, it's they're in qualifying they were doing 1:29s. We've crossed the line here with about 1 minute 35 seconds left, so there will be this lap and then one more for these drivers. There's Sasha Norden trying to get by Flint Schuring just in front, and careful not to be overtaken by Robin Knutson behind on the number 3 machine. It seems like there's been a bit of a run wide potentially there by one of our drivers. It's the number 8 machine actually of Aaron Mason who's run wide, and I think he was under pressure from Antonell for that spot. There is Schuring in the middle of this one, Norden right behind, and number 3 of Knutson. Look at the way that they absorb that curve, it's fantastic. The car just doesn't seem fazed by it at all. You can hear the pops and bangs as they change down through the gears into the chicanes. Sort of half look up the inside there actually by Sasha Norden. Very far back to try that, and maybe just a little bit of mind games there to try and unsettle the car in front from Schuring. All of a sudden De Haan has got into a rhythm here, and he's actually disappeared up the road. He's got 2 seconds over Van Perrie behind him, and then Cohen is another 1.2 seconds back. De Haan has just switched it on here in these final couple of laps, and Glenn Van Perrie not able to stay with him at this moment in time. They cross the line then, and this will start the final lap with 5 seconds left to go on the board. So Van Perrie next up, then Cohen, then Baguette, Schouten, and then Schuring. Norden just ahead of the number 3 of Knutson, and there is Van Eindhoven in that gorgeous metallic green machine, the number 14 car for JW Race Service, teammates with 3rd place Rick Cohen at the moment. I say at the moment as if they're not going to be teammates, soon they are. Antonell has got past the number 8 of Aaron Mason, so Aaron dropping down outside of the top 10 unfortunately. He's just in front of the number 75 now of Etienne Plones. But it's De Haan leading the way, and all of a sudden it looks like Rick Cohen could potentially get 2nd place here from Glenn Van Perrie. Not quite sure what's happened to Glenn, but he's dropped off the pace in this last lap or so. He's 2.8 seconds off the back of De Haan now. And we get another lap after this once the clock ticks to 0. So maybe more of a chance here for Rick Cohen to get this done. We come through the Telemann box. Just a few couple couple of corners left on this lap. Rick Cohen already moving over to the right-hand side. He's certainly making his intentions clear here on Glenn Van Perrie, but he needs to be careful because he's got Glenn's teammate behind him, the number 92 car of Bertrand Baguette, as part of the Onboard Supply MGT team. Still this massive train now. It's almost a long battle for second place. As De Haan crossing the line yet again, on course at the moment for what's going to be his 6th race victory in 9 races this season. It'll be very impressive if he manages that. Doesn't look like there's much stopping him at this moment in time. Little look down the inside there by Van Eijnhoven on Knutsen. Just again to fill the mirrors, play the mental game, just to try and unsettle the driver in front of you. As they scream their way around the right-hander down the Lucien Bianchi box. De Haan though looking very, very good, isn't he, right now, out of the chicane. What's not looking very good right now is Glenn Van Perrie, because he's got Cohen all over the back of him for 2nd and 3rd places. There is the battle. Look, Cohen is right with him. Glenn Van Perrie has lost pace in this later stage of the race. This is the final lap now, and with a few corners left, and Cohen's giving him a bump through the Turleman box, but it's only affected his own speed. He's not got the run. Is he going to go down the inside? Van Perrie defends the inside line. Cohen tries to go around the outside. Oh, there's contact. Bertrand Baguette gets a hit from Dirk Schouten. The two of them come to contact, but both make it out the corner okay. They have the run down towards the final chicane. It's going to be De Haan that's going to take the victory, surely. Van Perrie's got Cohen around his outside. He can't make that work. Schouten looks down the inside of Baguette. You've also then in there got the 16 machine of Shoring, but it's De Haan that takes the win in round 9 of the championship. Fantastic stuff. And then second place goes to Glenn Van Perrie, then Cohen, then Baguette, then Dirk Schouten. Wow, what a fantastic race that was. Very, very entertaining all the way to the flag.